Yeah, I might have misconceptions, and but people from Ethiopia, yeah, Habesha people, please don't come for me.
Yeah.
But realize they love spices. Like their foods, you can even sniff what
You
they are
smell
cooking
from
from.
the house, yeah.
Exactly.
You've seen
And
the
not
process
find.
of cooking injera.
You get
We don't all cook the injera in their houses.
exactly.
As an Eritrean, me living in another country, I would like to live in harmony with
Yeah.
the host country. You get,
Yeah.
but sometimes, as because of your background and your culture, you wouldn't know that the other person is like being frustrated because of your certain behavior that you're doing. So my interaction with you is just to understand from like the Ugandan perspective.
So every time when I see the Habesha people, sometimes they confuse me. Like
In our culture, even you don't show your problem. That is our culture. You get. You dress well, Get.
let me add on that. So I think Ugandans think that Habesha people are very rich because of the way you guys live. Another thing, it's because of the way you guys dress.
Hi guys, welcome back again on my YouTube channel. Nice to see you guys. Today I've come to you guys with something new. I'm going to do an interview with my friend here, a Ugandan friend, just to share with us about. Before we go there, maybe she can introduce herself.
Hi guys, my name is Harriet Anabo. I'm a content creator from Kampala, Uganda. I'm so humbled to be here on your YouTube channel. Thank you so much for having me. And kindly guys, check me out on my YouTube channel. I have a lot about Uganda. I've been to some countries, talk of Kenya. I've been to Tanzania. I think we shall go there. Maybe let's continue with this video. Thank you for having me.
So today's topic, I think, is just to share with my Ugandan sister her impression, like a perception, her Ugandan view of the Habesha who lives in Uganda. Because I think we are privileged and we are grateful that we are being hosted by Ugandans, and I just want to take their take on what they view, what they have noticed since we've been here. So my first question will be, what is your first impression, your first encounter with Habesha? Your first time that you encounter and you realize this is Habesha.
Now, let me say this is something funny. Most of the time when I see the Habesha people, sometimes they confuse me. Like the first time, like I was like, wait, is this an Eritrean or this one is an Ethiopian? Like most of the time I'm confused. Even I always sometimes ask Joey, like, can you help me? Can you differentiate between an Eritrean and an Ethiopian? Because as Somalis Habesha,
I saw people talking that. Me, from my background, what I know, Habesha is like Eritreans and Ethiopians.
Okay.
And once there used to be one nation, so we used to be one country. It's just that we are divided now. So in the past, it used to be one country. So we are both Habesha, Ethiopians and Eritreans. So when I say Habesha, I'm meaning both.
Okay.
Because to differentiate Ethiopian and Eritrean, even for me, it'd be hard. So I wouldn't expect you to differentiate.
It was really, really hard for me. But my encounter with the Habeshas, I would say that was so amazing. Because let me tell you, Habesha people are very, very welcoming. I've interacted with a lot of them. I've been to Kansanga. I've been to Gava Road. I've been to Soyabunga. That is where you find like a lot of them. So encountering with them was really amazing because me, I'm one person who loves knowing about other cultures. And when I interacted with them, people were very free. Just that some of them are not so camera free, because of where they come from, maybe some things like that. But encountering with them has been really so amazing.
First time that you not encountered one-on-one, but you noticed like Habesha, these are Habesha people, you get?
Yeah.
What did you observe or what impression did you get from that encounter?
Okay, I think when I saw the Habesha people, the first impressions that I encountered or what I realized, I think they love what is it called? They love being in a group. That is one thing I realized. Like they love being in a community. They love being in a communal, like a place that is like they gather in one area. That's what I'm trying to say. And again, I think Habesha people love spices. Should I say spice? Because because even where I stay actually, there's a Habesha family, so I see everything that they do. So when it comes to food, I realize they They love cooking injera. That's also another thing. I also realized they love spices. Like their foods, you can even sniff what
You
they are
smell
cooking
from
from.
the house, yeah.
Exactly. You can tell
Especially
that.
with the
I
children.
think this one is coming from this family, you know. I think that is the only thing I realized from them. Maybe also the girls, they love inner, like beautifying themselves sometimes. The hair, hey, your hairstyle is actually different compared to ours, you know. So when I saw that, I just realized that the Habesha people, because you guys cannot, like, you're
Noticeable.
exactly. You cannot
Spot
hide.
them
That's what
from
I
far.
exactly. You cannot hide. You can just tell this one is Habesha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's because we have hold on to our culture.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, many countries every community has their own culture, but also they have like modernized, they have adapted to the other Western culture.
Yeah.
But Habesha are so strict into their culture. That's why they are very noticeable when you see them.
Okay.
What do you feel as an Ugandan, a nation, when there are other people who are coming into your country and living there and making a living there? What comes to your mind? Or what do you feel, or what do you hear other Ugandans feeling?
Okay, me as a Ugandan, when I see other people living in my country, I don't think it's something huge. Like there was some people be like, I don't think even these people should be in our country. You know, sometimes you can find when they are talking about some people, then you're like, why is this one acting like this? Like, why are these people in my country? Why are these people in? But I feel like I will still not remove the other thing of Ugandans being so hospitable. We love foreigners as we. I think you have experienced it, you as you. So I feel like we should learn to embrace people who are coming from other countries. First of all, people who are coming from, they can also bring in taxes. They also bring in something to the country. You understand? Someone who is coming in a country, maybe they might even come to maybe my country for a reason. And then they're going to just do whatever they're going to do and then leave. So I feel like Ugandans, we don't have that thing of why is this one like this? Why do we have this kind of person here? They are there, but a few, not like a lot. You understand? Because we just love people. We just love embracing other cultures. So I don't think we have had any issues when it comes to that. Yeah.
Like for example, now this issue of Eritreans are living in one area along Gaba Road. Most of them, and they are like congested. So you as a person, there are other opinions that you hear around.
Yeah.
Because you see, as an Eritrean, me living in another country, I would like to live in coherence, or what do you say, in harmony with the host country. You get. But sometimes, because of your background and your culture, you wouldn't know that the other person is like being frustrated because of your certain behavior that you're doing. So my interaction with you is just to understand from like the Ugandan perspective, because I might have my own view from my background.
Exactly.
And I'm thinking, hey, what? I haven't done any wrong. Why is this person annoyed with me? You get?
Okay. So maybe to add on that, I think when it comes to Ugandans, what they think of the Habesha people, like why you guys love staying together, I think it's because of your culture. At first, it used to be like weird because first we are used to talking with a lot of people, interacting with people. So we expect also the Habeshas to also interact with other locals in Uganda, of which they are nowadays. I realize even when I move around, they love interacting with Ugandans. You understand? So, but at first it was somehow weird for us. Like, why do these guys love staying together? Like, but realize at the end of it all, it's culture. Like, that's your culture. Yeah. So.
I think if I was to put my opinion from my side of view, as Habesha, we come from a background of a cultural, like we have our own culture, traditions, and such.
Yeah.
So before we interact with other people, you'll find first, you're into your comfort zone.
Yeah.
So you've heard people saying because of language barrier, sometimes they will not engage with other people.
Yeah, because you don't
understand.
You
can't communicate.
Yeah.
But personally, as I said, when I came first to Uganda, I didn't even choose where I was going to stay. The person, because I have a relative who's like receiving me, you get. So it's like telling me, hey, come to where I'm staying. So you end up being in Gaba Road. And the reason why I continue staying there, first you want to be around your people. As you create new friends,
exactly,
you start with people that you're familiar with. Secondly is like, I want to be near injera. Maybe I eat injera every day. So imagine if I go somewhere outskirts.
Exactly.
You've seen the process of cooking injera. We don't all cook the injera in their houses. So because I want to access our food, So I want to be near where there are shops of
Yeah.
Eritrean. That's why you end up in Gaba.
Mm.
But I used to hear, even with my friend, like we are sometimes say, let's move to Entebbe. We share those ideas, you get,
Oh,
but you don't implement it because you know once you go there,
okay.
you won't access many of our foods and such. You get.
Okay.
Thirdly, I think also when you are thinking of getting, let's say, a job,
Mm.
and you're expecting maybe to get a job from Habesha, so you want to be somewhere near where those jobs are found. Because if you go far, then maybe in terms of transport, you'll be paying transport daily.
Exactly. Yeah.
Movement with border is not safe on a
Mm.
daily basis.
Mm.
So I think Habesha, when they live in such areas, is because of they want to access all those things that I've
What we are
mentioned.
used to.
Yeah. But also as a culture, also we are not used to. We are not. What are they called? Like they say some people are introvert,
Oh,
others
you're
are
not used
extrovert.
to being social, yeah?
Not social with, like, we are not.
Okay.
Because if you come from Eritrea, you'll find in Eritrea there are not many nationalities. Like in Uganda, you experience many nationalities, so you interact
Yeah.
with many nationalities very fast
Yeah.
because you've been exposed.
Exactly.
But in Eritrea, you found the only Eritreans. So the many years that you've grown up, you're only adapted to one culture and one behavior.
Mm.
So anything outside of there, it might take you time.
Yeah.
You get. But as you said, as you interact with them even more, you realize there are those who are interacting.
Exactly.
It's from far. When you generalize it, it seems like. Yeah. So the other thing I wanted to say, maybe as an Ugandan, what are some of the things that you can suggest to Eritreans so that you can live in harmony, you get, that cannot create any bad perception or image
Mm.
that Eritreans might give, you get. We would like to move from Gaba Road.
Mm.
As Habesha will tell you,
Mm.
because Gaba Road, from my perception, is not the best area even. The way I see it is developing now. But few years ago,
It was
if you
not
see
like
Uganda,
that. Yeah.
it's not like
Yeah.
the best place to be in, you get.
Mhm.
The other places, like I told, there's a town that I have forgotten that name, but they are building nice houses there. It's like 40 minutes from Gaba Road by border or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah. But because it's like already Gaba Road is established, but eventually as it's being overcrowded and
Yeah.
there's not any, like right now people are moving around, you get.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that one thing I've heard from Ugandans, like you don't be congested in one area because it will overwhelm the community that is in that
Mm.
area of Gaba Road. That one I understand. So I'm asking, what are other things that you feel from Habesha people that to Ugandans might seem like they need to work on so that we can live cohesively?
Okay.
Not even you as a person, but what you've heard from your fellow Ugandans.
Okay. The thing is, me specifically, what I hear from maybe other Ugandans is some. Yeah, I might have misconception, and but people from Ethiopia. Yeah, Besha people, please don't come for me.
Yeah.
But we're just trying to bring out our open opinions on what we think about this. But these are the misconceptions I might have about you. Maybe the reason why maybe some Ugandans think that these people should improve on, the things that Ugandans think you guys should improve on is stop being to yourselves, like also interact with other people, because we feel like maybe sometimes we are ignored, isolated, something like that. And then maybe another thing is what is it called? Oh, actually, they also think the Habesha people are very rich. That is what other Ugandans think.
Even me, the impression that I got, I forgot to mention yours. The impression that I got when I came to Uganda, like people are saying me like I'm rich, like it's like I have money.
Exactly.
But in life, there's rich people in every nation. I think even Ugandans, I've seen there are rich people. They're rich Ugandans. But does that mean they are not like poor or people who are surviving?
No.
So even Eritreans, it might seem like everyone is rich and has money. But there are many Eritreans that are really struggling in Uganda, you get. But even in our culture, even you don't show your problem. That is our culture, you get. You dress well, because you aspire to be rich one day, you get.
Let me add that. So I think Ugandans think that Habesha people are very rich because of the way you guys live. Another thing, it's because of the way you guys dress. Like when you go to that side of that mall, UK mall, hey, you find the Habesha people, my dear. The girls, the way they dress, like you can think they have a lot of money. That is what Ugandans think. That is why sometimes when you go to the market and you want to bargain, they think you guys. That's why I asked in my you guys actually watch my video also. In my interview, I told you. People think that you guys don't negotiate. That is why I told you that thing, because that is what we think, that you guys love staying in buildings, you love dressing nice, which is not bad, because actually, like, when you go now and start bargaining in a market, people will look at you and be like, oh, so even this one is bargaining, you understand? Because they have that perception in them, you understand? That's maybe misconception, of which it is me, because I've interacted with you guys, I realize it is not true. Which other thing? I think another thing is I think basically that is what Habesha people need to improve on. Maybe you should also learn to also know us. Okay, knowing us, I mean by interacting with us, knowing the language. Yeah, of which I know it is culture, but with time. Now, me, I think I'm going to realize like I had a lot of misconceptions about Habesha people up to when I met Habesha people, and then I realized, oh, so I was wrong. You understand? So I think when people see you from afar, they have misconceptions about you. But when you interact with you people, it's totally different. Like me, the way I've interacted with a lot of Habesha people, I realized the misconceptions that we had are totally wrong. Okay, so I can urge the Ugandans who are watching, please don't take the Habesha people in the other way around, because not everyone is bad. I know some people might be bad, but not everyone is bad. Okay, even in our culture, some people pretend to be good when they're not good. You understand? So let's people not take misconceptions on another level. Let's allow other people to also be in us, like interact with us and all that. Even to Habesha people, that is the same thing. I would urge Habesha people to also learn to stay with us, learn to understand us. It's all about, because now we are all of us in one country. So I would urge the Habesha people to also understand the Ugandans as well too. Yeah.
Okay. So I have one friend. He's actually your follower, because when you posted the video with me, he saw me in your and told, I saw you on YouTube on Harriet's channel. I thought, oh, so you follow Harriet? Okay, what about me? Do you follow me? But anyway, that guy I will introduce you one day. He speaks. He's been in Uganda. He came, I think, after me, almost now 2 years. He hasn't reached 2 years, but his Ugandan language. Because I think he learned faster.
Wow.
He doesn't know English as much. You get. So because of interacting, he picked Ugandan very fast. Wow. So I'll introduce you. He knows Ugandan. Whenever he's interacting, like every Ugandan is like surprised. It's not the basic, the basic conversation. He goes beyond that, and it's like someone is surprised. Wow. So there are a few. It's just that it takes time for. Exactly. Yeah. And others also might not have that interest. You cannot force someone, but it's good for him to use it in that country. It becomes more convenient for him. So it's something that you're learning. For me, even me, I'm like picking, but I don't know why, because I've captured a number of languages. It's becoming hard for me. But but I can hear. There's a lot that I can hear. So slowly I'll pick. The other thing is in terms of food, because I used to hear, do Habesha eat Habesha first, because of our nature, conservativeness. It's not even Uganda. Let's go to another country. If they go to another country, they will not pick that food that fast.
It's the same thing when I was in Kenya. That's what I saw.
Wherever they go, it takes time for Habesha. That is just the culture. It doesn't mean you cannot work out of it, but it's something that it takes longer for Habesha. So you might feel like it is ignorance or something like that. About dressing, I think it's the perception. You see the background, the perception, the culture. In our culture, is like, hey, always when you come out of the house, make sure you're dressed well. Even if you have challenge in the house, look good. You get. It's like you're trying to perceive the kind of life you want to. Okay. So someone might be struggling in the house, but when it comes to dressing, he'll make sure he's at the top. And bargaining, personally, it has got me into many problems. So in Uganda, that is the other thing that I've noticed. When you go to bargain, Ugandans are very, like, they're hospitable, they're kind, but I think when in their business, I don't know why.
It's different.
When you bargain, especially most Eritreans, when they come here, when you go to another country, to a new country, you don't know the currency. you don't understand the
Yeah,
conversion, you're
yeah,
still new, you
yeah.
get. So when you're buying, whatever the person tells you, and you're being told your price is going to be hiked. So you're
They
waiting
give you
to,
Muzungu price.
yeah. So when someone tells you 10,000, you are thinking, hey, maybe this is a Muzungu price, because you don't understand the money yet. So you tell him 2,000.
Okay.
You tell him 2,000.
Oh.
You are just trying to, like, it's like a negotiation, see where you are going to land, where both of you will agree. The Ugandan tells you no 8,000, you tell him 3,000. And now the Ugandan might feel, maybe he bought it like 5,000, so he's feeling like, how can you even ask me below? In his mind. But you don't know. You are just playing that game of, negotiating until you reach a point where you are both agreeing. But for me personally, when I used to do that, when I was bargaining, I've gone to Owino. I bargained for something. He told me like 15,000. I told him 10,000. He told me 14. I told him 11. The guy get annoyed at me. When I realized, hey, the price, maybe it is the value is 14,000.
Yeah.
When I was trying to pay 14,000, he told me, I'm not selling it for you. You just go. I'm not selling
because
it.
there is the way he looked at you and was, this guy is just
He
playing
got
with my
annoyed.
business
Yeah,
or what?
he felt something.
Yeah,
But me,
yeah.
it's because I don't know that currency yet. I don't know the value of that product. They can't, in every country, when you stay long, you know the value. This water costs this much. So you know you're not being conned. But when you're new, you're just negotiating. You get. So most Eritreans, when they negotiate, they feel like, this will end up into that hatred and that commotion.
Yeah, and actually, let me add on that. That is why, like, sometimes when I go to shops and then I find Habesha people trying to also buy their stuff there, I realize they don't ever give them attention. Why? They always say Habesha people disturb. Is it true? Like, you guys disturb a lot. Like, the way you're disturbing that man.
So, yeah,
like
that one, see, that one negotiation, the one you are saying, we don't negotiate. You see, both sides we are getting a challenge. Huh? When you don't negotiate, it's like, you have a lot of money. You get, that's why you're not negotiating. When you are negotiating because you don't know the value of that thing.
Exactly.
So as a business, I think that is like an accountant. It's like you don't know the value of things, but you know the seller knows the value and his profit.
But we should also now change on that as we Ugandans. We need to change on that.
So it's something that is just misunderstanding.
Exactly.
It's nothing to do about it's like saying that to annoy the other person or what, but there's a lot of misunderstanding. That is what I feel that is happening. You get? So hopefully guys will be patient with us.
Yeah.
As we get to know each other more and live coherently. Me, I think personally as a person, whatever you live, I think as a human being, you can add value to each other.
Exactly.
And I try to look for ways of how we can add value to each other so we can both win. You get? So everything has its disadvantage and advantage.
Exactly.
But you have to focus more on the advantage as you work on the disadvantage. You get? Yeah. So guys, I don't know who will edit this. I don't know if I've created something. Do you need to say anything? Maybe to finish up?
Okay, me, I would say according to what we have had, the conversation that we have had, I would say Ugandans, we need to be patient with the Habesha people, because if you learn to interact with them, they're also just like us. We need to embrace them. We need to understand them. The way my brother has explained to you, Anania, that sometimes they have challenges with the currency. They need to know the currency. Let's also understand them from their perspective, okay? But I would say if you're watching us from Eritrea, Ethiopia, and you're Habesha, you're most welcome to Uganda. We love you guys. And again, if you haven't watched my episodes of Eritreans and Ethiopians, you should watch them. You're gonna love them, okay? I remain Harriet Anabo. Thank you for watching this interview, and if you want more of this, drop a comment and let us know in the comment section. Welcome to the Pearl of Africa.
See you guys next time.